The Social Health Atlas will really help you with this next activity. You're going to be looking at different indicators for your LGA and seeing how well they perform, how you think they link to well-being, and what facilities could improve the total, perhaps, of whatever value you're looking at. So for this first one here, I've gone through, I've clicked on Monash, okay, which is my LGA that I'm focusing on, and I've selected on this first one. We can go through and click for a whole range of different things. But let's say if I go through and look at the community strength, I've just clicked on that again, sorry, which says felt very safe walking alone in a local area. Now this one's got some extra kind of dark grey lines on this graph. It shows that Monash itself has performed reasonably well, probably about midway. The grey line showed the how much potential variation in results there might be for this one here, but it does show an overall pattern. I'd show another one that doesn't have that kind of extra layer of complication. There's a nice one here that which links to transport. So it says barriers to accessing transport and healthcare services often have difficulty. Let's get on that one for now. So you can see on this one the areas that have most problem accessing or have potential difficulty accessing transport and healthcare services. Again, quite a high amount in Monash. What you can say, well, how well does your LJ perform? You can link that to whereabout in this graph it is. How well do you think this links to well-being? Well, I think that if people are finding it difficult to access transport and healthcare services, that can only have a negative impact on well-being, as they might feel a bit more isolated and not be able to get the help they actually need. It might be reflective of perhaps the demographic in the area too. What facilities could improve this? Well, that's the next part of the activity to complete in the table. Perhaps you want to advise better public transport or a wider variety of medical centres within that Monash itself. So in that table, just go through each of those columns of the table and each of those steps, and just try and think about, well, how well is it performing and what potentially could be done about this.